coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
They say revenge is a dish that's best served.
And now, 2K Sports brings you Thursday night in the NBA. Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Looking now at some numbers for Scotty Barnes.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
So the Raptors starting 5. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Walter out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at center, filling out the middle. And for the Warriors, Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Butler out there with Moody, and it's Green in at the 5. The season winding down here, Grant. Playoff seedings of the utmost importance.
You know, B.A., you especially see the bubble teams giving that extra effort now. It's all hands on deck. Very little room for error.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
How about Pirtle, the Austrian Hammer?
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for Golden State. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah, we talk so much about Curry being the best shooter after he makes a 3, but there's a lot more to it. I mean, this guy is also the most accurate free throw shooter of all time. So it's pure no matter where it comes from.
And that one falls for Curry. Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, I felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, B.A. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes. R.J. Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, B.A., about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Curry against quickly. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. The 3. He drops it from range.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
Curry against quickly. Puts up a 3. Curry's shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Moody passes to Curry. Sinks it from distance. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Pajemski. Here's Butler. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
Pirtle against Green. Pirtle, the pass to quickly. And again, Toronto, no good. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Butler. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Defense had the right idea there, but maybe not enough time in the weight room. Butler right through that.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Raptors in second.
Over the last few weeks, they've been high-flying, getting up and down the court with conviction.
Raptors trail by 4. Barnes feeling it out a bit. To the inside, quickly. And that time also a missed shot.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Now here's Pajemski. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
And here's quickly. Pass to Walter. Inside. Here's Pirtle. Here's Walter. Picked by Pirtle. Good chance here for Barrett. Drills the baseline jumper.
And sometimes you got to be patient, let the play develop. Barrett looking comfortable operating in these screen and rolls.
And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
Here's the three. That shot off the mark. Raptors trail by 7. Quickly outside. Here's Walter. No points yet. Pass to Barrett. The three is up. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That's on Jakob Pirtle.
Steph with a great job there of finding the seam and just attacking the paint, trying to get as deep as possible, and he gets a little bit physical with him, but it'll pay off in free throws.
That free throw misses. Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, B.A., it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
Now here's quickly. 15 in his last outing. From deep. They get it back. That shot off. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 17-7 run. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett. Fields checked in for the Warriors. And so it's Golden State with it. They're leading by 8. Butler's shot is good. Butler's got 6.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Now Barrett. An effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game.
You can see Draymond Green so fired up every time he has a chance to impact the game defensively.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's Butler outside. Knocks down the long J. 9 points in the game.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. So both teams making some changes here. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Shed. And the Raptors miss again. The Warriors have gone a fantastic 8 of 11 so far. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
To the paint. Here's Lawson. Uses the glass to drop it in.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Outside Butler. There's the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
A minute 29 left in the first. Pass to Barrett. Kuminga pulls it in.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
After years of competing for championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then the last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
Now here's Butler. His last outing, he had 24 points.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Raptors trail by 12. Here's Mobo. Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Abaji comes in for Barrett. .36 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Barnes. Butler with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Here's Armstrong. Rebound Toronto. Here's Shed. Yet to see a basket. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Yikes, how did he miss that? I mean, he makes 9 out of 10 of those.
Left side healed. With 2 seconds left. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. The Warriors on top. They lead by 14. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Boy, for the Warriors, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Left side healed. Back to Curry. Fires for 3. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
Curry was such a smooth three-point shot. Are there better mechanics in the league?
Here's Barnes. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And it's Shed missing. The Warriors lead by 15. Pass to post. Now here's Peyton. And he makes it on the layup. Peyton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Right around the painted area, that's where Peyton likes to operate.
Here's Shed. He's covered by Curry. Barnes against Kuminga. Barnes in the post, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Healed from outside. Abaji with a rebound. Raptors trail by 17. Pass to Lawson. Here's Shed. Shot clock at 6. Barnes a screen. Here's Abaji. No good there, off the double clutch.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Got it. Kuminga's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, Kuminga is a guy who does not back down. In fact, he tries to go through you.
Toronto's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Kuminga, and it's Brandon Podziemski in for Peyton. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Quickly. And the basket is good. Quickly's got 8 points.
Quickly didn't hold back there, taking some contact inside if he has to.
Here's Curry. And it falls all over the rim and in. Raptors trail by 19. Pass to Abaji. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. To the middle. Here's Pirtle. The Warriors pull it in. Post has got 4 rebounds now. Down low. Oh, sweet move. And the layup is good. And the Warriors lead by 21.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
Here's Quickly. The Warriors pull it in. Post has got 5 rebounds in the game. Green, the pass to Curry. Three-pointer, no good. Raptors trail by 21. Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the off-season, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does, and there's no one that produces the way that he does either.
Here's Lawson. He's got 5. Here's Quickly. And it falls for him. He's now 4 of 7 from the field.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Curry. Here's Podziemski. He's scoreless. Here's Butler. Over Pirtle. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Quickly outside. Pass to Barnes. That's tipped. It's a one-on-one situation. And it's Hield, that time on the assist from Butler. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, they've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Here's Green. Outside Moody. And here's Butler outside. And the three-pointer goes. Butler's got 19 points.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Pirtle, the pass to Barnes. Quickly outside. Here's Barrett. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Green. And the bucket is good.
And a tough shot from Draymond Green, but he brings this out of his squad and frustrates the opponent.
Outside heel. Fires from deep. And the Warriors with another three.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Now here's Quickly. He's got 12. And again, Toronto no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Barnes against Butler. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
Yeah, the issue in that one was simple. They didn't hit the glass. They got bullied and outworked.
I think you can be a little bit rattled when you lose the physical battle as badly as they did in that game. That can be tough to shake off. So it's a matter of getting over those doubts and finding yourself again.
And Butler was a raw offensive prospect early on. Now he's a wrecking ball on this end.
Pass to Barnes. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors. Now here's Pajemski. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
In that game against the Spurs, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. Now let's turn our attention to Jimmy Butler and that impressive first half we just witnessed.
Bottom line, Jimmy Butler is running the show right now, putting up points and injecting a lot of energy into this team.
That's exactly what you want from a star, production and leadership.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It has been one outstanding game from Jimmy Butler.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Golden State has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Emmanuel Quickley is out there with Walter, and it's Barrett in at small forward. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Toronto has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Scotty's such a good dunker. This is why the D can't let Barnes get that deep inside.
On the wing, Curry, guarded by Quickley. Curry, no good. The Raptors shooting around 44%. Not bad. Barnes in the post. Butler covering. Rebounded by Butler. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Curry looking it over. Over quickly. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 22 points.
Just another day at the office for Steph Curry, making this look easy.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
Yeah, we'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. And we show you the best defenses in the NBA since the break. The Warriors, #1.
Since the break, here's a team that has locked up their opponents, playing with passion defensively.
Here's Walter, still without a bucket. To the inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession. And a look now at a few years worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Draymond Green.
And his assist numbers have been dropping over the past few years. Not a good trend. Perhaps he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot and not seeing the rest of the court.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Picked by Pirtle. Shot clock at 5. Barnes passes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Pirtle's so reliable and solid in these pick and rolls. He knows exactly where to be.
Outside, Green for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Green's got 7.
Now, he shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
Quickly against Curry. Pirtle with a screen on Curry. The 3 from Quickly. Pirtle, great positioning on the putback.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Next up, they'll face the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll commence a long trip on the road. 6 games total. Moody, good.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Pass to Barnes. Quickly outside. Barnes with a screen on Curry. Quickly from outside. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Butler's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Curry. Another 3 for Golden State.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Curry against Quickly. Outside Barnes. Inside. Here's Walter. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And the Warriors with possession. They're on a 13-4 run. Pass to Pajimski. The kick out. Curry fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Outside Barrett. Looking to end this cold spell. And that's 2 points on the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
And Butler giving you the full buffet of the things he can do.
The Raptors have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to Barnes. And here is Barrett. Three-pointer. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Barrett's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And it's Green missing. Toronto's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. To the paint. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Back to Curry from outside the arc. Quickly with a rebound. The Raptors have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Pass to Barrett. And he drives in. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defense just didn't know what was coming, and that's because R.J. Barrett's mobility had them off balance.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
And the other thing about their game tonight that they've done a terrific job of is just moving the basketball around. That's how you rack up assists.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors.
You look at R.J. Barrett on TV, you don't realize the guy is 6'6", 214. He's got that size along with the shooting ability and a nice overall game.
Here's Spencer. Here's Payton. Drops in the 3. Payton's got 5 now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Boucher outside. Pass to Barrett. Boucher a screen on Payton. The 3, Barrett. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Out to the right wing. Back to Payton. Jacks up a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Pass to Shed. And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul. And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis has checked in. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto, no good. The Warriors have gone 8 of 13 in the second half. And Brett, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Abaji's checked in for Barrett. Here's Shed. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Boucher a screen on Kuminga. Here's Abaji. From outside, off the mark. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Here's Hield. Again, Golden State.
A good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Here's Shed, guarded by Hield. A shot to stop the run. Shed, that's good. Shed's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Pass to Payton. Lets it go from deep. He can't get it to go. With 4 on the clock. Not enough on that one as it misses. Timeout called, the Warriors. Hield fires from way outside. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with zero pressure as they hold on to a 35-point advantage. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Defense has been fantastic. Great defense. Offense, simple passes will get it done, right? You guys look great, though. Keep the pressure on.
Paying his guys the respect they deserve. Coach Kerr, he likes what he sees.
It's important to praise your guys when they're playing well. Coach understands how crucial it is to recognize effort.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Buddy Hield, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Post in at center. That's the Warriors 5.
Buddy showing more than just the fact that he's a shooter, working his way strength on the inside there.
Pass to Lawson. Now here's Boucher. Here's Mobo. And the 3 off target.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Now Hield. 4-3. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Boucher. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Here's Abaji. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Kuminga. Pass to Post. Here's Kuminga. Here's Post. Right side Hield. Mobo with the rebound. Here's Shed. Guarded by Hield. Boucher a screen on Hield. Here's Shed. Into the lane. That one falls.
Maybe he's playing better during winning time. Silent in the first half, but since then he has taken over.
Outside Hield. Here's Post. From down in the low post, it goes.
Yeah, even though Hield can pull up from anywhere, you love that he's always looking to find a shot for his teammate.
Here's Shed, guarded by Hield. Shed, that's good.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Here's Hield, and the layup is good off the glass.
Well, right now the defense is going to need to step up their attention on Buddy Hield. He's on fire.
Here's Shed, and another basket for Toronto.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now here's Hield. Right wing. Lets the 3 fly. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
From the elbow. And it's Shed missing.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Outside Kuminga. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Kept alive. And he banks in the layup.
Kuminga has so much of the physical tools needed to be a great offensive rebounder.
Here's Shed. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Post has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Hield passes to Payton. Rebound Toronto. Oh, stolen by Payton. Pass to Post. Jackson Davis with it. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But, man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
Santos is checked in for the Warriors. Spencer comes in for Kuminga. For Toronto, they've got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Here's Quickly. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Man, we've seen some of these nights from Quickly just blowing up here offensively.
Here's Spencer, guarded by Quickly. That one goes. Count it. Spencer's got his first points in this one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now here's Quickly. Buries it from 3.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
The floater. And that one's good. Spencer's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Quickly from outside. It's rebounded by Golden State.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
To the left wing. Back to Payton. Here's Spencer. Counted from distance.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Mobo. Here's Roden. 6 to shoot. Puts up the 8-footer. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Jackson Davis. Golden State has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. Here's Santos. And the Warriors with another 3.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Mobo can't hit. Golden State has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Warriors.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And this team really wanted to at least split this season series.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jimmy Butler.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here's Payton. Here's Jackson Davis. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Here's Quickly. Warriors with the rebound. There's 21 seconds left in the game. Here's Spencer. Fires the 3. The shot comes out. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Jimmy, a strong finish to close it out. What was the difference?
Being a lot more aggressive. Obviously made some shots, but I think in the end we guarded well and we executed on offense and we made some shots.
It always comes down to great defense. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Jimmy Butler.